You're watching Queen City Collaborative Rebel Radio. I'm your host and CEO, Gwendolyn Bork. Let's not waste any time and get right down to it. Everybody, welcome to Queen City Collaborative Rebel Radio. My name is Gwendolyn Bork and your host for today's session on our podcast. Today I have with us Garett Farrugia. He is an insurance agent and business owner here in Lancaster, New York. And today we're going to focus on really where he's been, where he is, and where he's going as far as his industry and his clientele. And thank you for joining us, Garett.
Thanks for having me.
All right. So, the big question is, who are you? What do you do? What's the name of your organization? Who's the type of clients that you work with? And let's start there.
All right. Sounds good. So our company name is Robert E. Schaff, LTD, Insurance and Real Estate. We basically focus on all the insurance anybody possibly could need. Our goal is when we get a client, we keep them for life. We've got over 100 companies to choose from. Our goal, what we do is we get a new client, we shop them out, or we have an existing client that is unhappy with their rates, whatever bad situation, they're being non-renewed. We're going to find them a better option with better coverage. 95% of the time, we are finding clients better rates and better coverage because we have so many different companies to choose from. We also do real estate, and the real estate, we help people buy and sell houses. We can do commercial as well. There's just not as big a market for that. And we offer a program called Heroes Home Advantage, where we give back 25% of our real estate commission to local heroes, anybody, first responder, firefighter, military, teachers, healthcare, current or retired. If they ever been any of those, we're going to give 25% of the commission back in a check after closing. So those are some of the things that help us stand out from the other companies out there. Give you a little more background. We're an insurance brokerage, so we've got a lot of companies. It's just the companies that, not the direct companies. The direct companies being Geico, State Farm, Allstate. They have one option. We represent other companies, Travelers, Progressive, New York Central Mutual, companies that have only work with brokers. We're able to offer all the different companies and usually find better options.
Fantastic. So is there any type of insurance, I would say, then, that you don't do?
I'm not currently licensed for Medicare. So I do help people with health insurance. I can help people with Medicaid and also the Affordable Care Act, the Obamacare, whatever you want to call it, the New York Health Exchange. I work with people, individuals and groups, also do employee benefits. But the Medicare, anybody over 65, we refer that out.
Okay. And how long has the company been in existence? Like, how old are you guys?
I am the 5th generation. Our family started doing insurance about 1900.
That's fantastic. I love it. And that was a little zinger. I knew your history, and I think that's awesome that companies like that pass them down from generation to generation, because that's generational knowledge and wisdom that you wouldn't normally get from a new company. So next question is, like, when did when the health crisis really happened here in Western New York, and we really do have more of a stable economy than other cities across the United States, but when did you realize, like, either you were ready for this change and this adaptation of being able to doing business, or that you had to, kind of pivot and help your clients a little bit better?
So when it first came, the plan was, we basically put up signs telling our clients not to come into the office. We wanted clients to either call us or if they had a payment, we have a drop box in our front of our building. They could drop their payments that way, just to try to avoid interaction between our different clients and ourselves, protect everybody's health. So I would say, after the first week, things started closing, and they didn't really know who was essential, who was non-essential. Because we are insurance, everybody has it. Everybody's required to have auto insurance. We are considered an essential business, so we do have the ability to keep our staff at 100%. if we choose to. But because things have slowed down so much, we don't have as many real estate closings, so less people buying houses, less homeowners insurance. We also have less people doing car changes because the DMV is closed. So, we don't have people making car changes, buying new cars. So in general, our business has slowed down. We don't have as many walk-ins because, we're right here in the village. We've had walk-ins occasionally that would come in. So in general, just our business has slowed down. So currently, I'm the only one in the office. We've got some other staff, working part-time here and there, just kind of coming to the office every day for a little bit just to make sure to check the mail, make sure everything's taken care of. But I do have the voice over IP. So anybody that calls our office, I have it ringing on my cell phone as well. So if I'm at the office or if I'm at home, people are calling the same number and they're getting me or one of the staff members, and we're able to take care of them just as if we were in the office.
Yeah, it's interesting when you're forced, I think, when you're used to having all that interaction and then all of a sudden it's just taken away. You know me through a lot of different organizations, and I love, going to all my different meetings. I'm involved in a lot, and what most people don't realize is, this is a second business on top of my mainstream business as a financial advisor, where I'm building my business under the Legend Group. And we've had to adapt, with technology and security. So I've been prepared for this. I can work from anywhere, but it doesn't change the fact that, when you're on client calls and real life happens nowadays, right? You got dogs barking, you have,
Yep.
kids walking through. So welcome to the real world, everybody. So with you saying that, some of the sectors that have ultimately slowed down, what are some of the things though that have revved up with some of these changes that the government's been rolling out, and the CARES Act and all their different ways to stimulate the economy?
So personally, I'll tell you, because we are essential, we're still operating, but our business is definitely significantly slowed down. A lot less activity, a lot less things that are happening, so it means less revenue for us. So we have applied for the payroll protection plan, and we missed the initial wave because I didn't realize that we were eligible at first. And once I found out, I got my application in now, but we're waiting to see if any more funds are available, if they come available to help for us. And then in regard to, our clients, a lot of them have been affected because they're not able to afford their premiums. They're not getting that normal paycheck. Some people are getting assistance, which is great. I think I got a stimulus check from the government as well, personally, which definitely helps out with bills. And one great thing about the insurance industry in New York State, Governor Cuomo has mandated all insurance companies in New York State, they have to give all of their clients up to 60 days for auto, home, anything except for life insurance. If it's life insurance, you give them up to 90 days. They're allowing you to defer your payments. You're still going to have to pay. They'll just break up your payments later or postpone them until people can get the stimulus money and get back to work. So that's one thing that's helping our clients, dealing with different clients. I had a call today. One of my clients said, I'm only using one of my 3 vehicles. What can I do to save some money? Well, we could remove collision. If you're not driving them, you don't need collision coverage if you don't have a loan on the vehicle. So there's different things that we've been doing, helping our clients talk to the billing departments and set up different billing options, postponing payments, or looking at ways to reduce costs. One of the first things that I did when I realized that so many people were going to be at home was I emailed all of our clients the link to the defensive driving course. So everyone in New York State needs to take the 10% defensive driving course. So you're automatically, when you complete the course, you get that discount for 10% for 3 years. And we recommend that to everybody, even if they're not our client. It's something nice and easy to do. It is 6 hours, so you got some time you have to put into it, and you learn some things. Hopefully, you become a little better driver. But the current companies are going to give you that nice discount.
That's fantastic. So I think you would agree in saying that um, although our lives have been ultimately changed or effective and even potentially on hold at this time, it's not a time to sit still, right? I mean, as a business owner, there's ways that you can modify your policies, upgrade your policies, fix any holes that are in your policies as consumers, whether it's for our car insurance or homeowners insurance. Like, there's things that we can do to help ourselves right now streamline some of our expenses. So like you're saying, whether they're your client or not, I know I'm doing the same thing with, people that have questions on the CARES Act with their RMDs and portfolios. There's tons of things that are out there that people are getting slammed with information. Nobody really knows what to do and how to do it, but that's what we're here for, right? I mean, whether you're they are your client or not, you are acting as a resource to them at this time. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. Yeah, things are changing on a daily basis for insurance and real estate. The initial thing was 60 days, but if it continues, they might extend that. And for real estate, we're doing virtual tours, or we're doing virtual open houses. Basically the idea is just try to socially distance people as much as possible. So we're missing out on that interaction. But luckily, we've got different programs and apps that we're able to communicate like we are right now. So at least we get to be able to see the person, have a little more personal connection.
Sure. So I guess last thing, I mean, if anybody watching, let's just summarize, how you can help them in whatever their needs are today.
So like I said, we're essential. We're still operating. One of the things is that everyone needs to know right now is that there's no reason you shouldn't be shopping, looking for better options for your insurance needs. Just quick example: one of my friends, we reviewed his insurance, switched him to a different company during this time where the income's not there. He's saving money, better coverage, and we're able to still do that. And a lot of the companies that we're working with are offering no down payments. So it doesn't necessarily have to be an existing policy. We can do a new policy and still get those same benefits of, deferring payments for the future to help the people, so that at least once you do have to and are able to pay your bills, at least the bills will be smaller than they were. And ultimately looking for the best coverage for all of our clients as well. It's not just about price. We want to make sure everybody's protected properly.
Right. Yeah, I don't, I'm on calls constantly with, institutional analysts and researchers in the stock market and, globally from JP Morgan. And this is not, what's happening right now is not necessarily going to be a temporary fix with the money they're injecting into the economy. I think locally, as small business owners and individuals, we need to be very frugal and conservative with how we spend our money, because when times are good, we don't really care about how much our insurance is. And if we're being smart, or if we have ever even looked at our renewal policy, and now's the time to be smart, streamline our expenses and plan for the long haul, because those people that are looking down the field a couple years, those are the ones that will remain. And our small businesses, even middle-sized businesses, have been impacted so much, but it's the smart ones that will prevail. So I appreciate your time. I appreciate the education that you're providing your clients and potential clients, and the future. And what we're going to do is ultimately provide our viewers the information to your business, links to your website, phone number for them to be able to call you, email address to contact you, so that they can really pull the trigger and get working with you, or at least answer some questions that they've had at this time. So thank you so much, Garett, for your time. And we hope to see you again on a future episode.
All right. Thank you very much.